I am trying a new recipe called Instapot Chicken Salsa Queso Soup. I found the recipe on Pinterest and it's from Beauty and the Foodie. So I'll link the recipe in the description. So what we need is an Instapot. Chicken thighs, you need 1 pound, but I'm doubling the recipe, so I'm going to use 2 pounds. And then this will be a little extra, and then we're going to use it later in the week for some chicken nachos. And then you need cream cheese, queso fresco, salsa. It does call for chunky salsa, but since my kids are really picky with chunky vegetables in their meals, I got a thinner version. Salt, garlic powder, chipotle powder, pepper, coriander, cumin, parsley, jack cheese, and chicken broth, but I'm going to use this that I found at Walmart today, powdered bone broth, and make some chicken broth that way with the bone broth. So all I need to do is throw all this into the Instapot. Oh, it also called for cilantro, but we are out apparently. I thought we had one of these in the fridge, but it got used, so we're just going to make it without and see how it turns out. So let's get started. Okay, so first thing is we're gonna add the salsa to the Instapot. Again, I'm doubling my recipe, so I'm adding more than you might add. This is 2 2/3 cup salsa. Next, we're gonna add all the seasonings. There's salt, garlic powder, chipotle powder, black pepper, coriander, cumin, and parsley. I just measured them out for the ease of this recipe. And then we're gonna add 6 cups of chicken broth, which we are making our own. So dump this in. Can you do it?
No.
So this powder on top is just the bone broth. I'm gonna mix it all together in here. And then, hold on, I need to add 2 more cups.
I'll do this.
All right, you wanna add that in?
There's bubbles.
It's okay. All right, and then I'm just gonna whisk that up so it gets mixed up really well. You wanna do it? Here, let's make sure we get all this salsa in. There you go, mix it up. And there's just a little seasoning that didn't get poured in. There we go. Mix all that together. And then we're gonna add in our chicken thighs. Is it all mixed up?
A little bit, yes.
Okay, pull that whisk out. That looks pretty good. So, looks like some nice broth. Here, let's pull this out.
But it has bubbles in it.
There's the broth. This is chunks from the homemade mixture, bone broth mixture that we put in, but I'm thinking that it will dissolve as it cooks. So anyways, I'm gonna add in my chicken thighs.
You can see them a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're floating.
And one more. And then we are going to put the lid on. Can you put the lid on for us, Aspen?
What way does it go? This way? Or
Yep.
this? It seems like it.
Okay, now turn it. Okay, so it's locked in place. We're going to make sure we flip this so it's gonna cook. And according to the recipe, we need to put it on manual, high pressure for 20 minutes.
Back it off.
So we're gonna go manual. It's already set to high pressure. So we're just gonna increase the time to 20.
Then we'll move it back.
And we'll push that back. And that's good. Don't put it all the way against the wall. And then we will move on to the next step once that's done. All right, so I took the lid off of the chicken soup, and it said to shred the chicken, but it's so tender that it's just falling apart anyway, so I'm not even gonna bother with it. The next thing I need to do is to put it on saute. It looks pretty darn good. So yeah, I'm just gonna let that come to a boil. All right, the soup is boiling now. So I've cubed up my cream cheese blocks, and I'm just going to add them in. And I'm just gonna let that melt down and incorporate it into the soup. And then, all right, all of the cream cheese has melted down into the soup. It looks delicious. So next step is to turn off the Instapot and add my cup of Monterey Jack cheese, which I have shredded here on this plate. Now, I didn't measure this. This is probably more than a cup, but we are cheese fanatics, so I'm not gonna even stress about it being more. So I'm just gonna add this in and let it melt down. And there it is. It looks amazing. All right, so I've got the soup dished up. It's very broth based. There's bits of chicken here and there, but mostly it's just broth. So if you have a problem with that, then you may want to try to figure out other things to add into the soup to make it more chunky. The final step is optional. I'm sorry, I've got this paper towel in my hand. But it's this queso fresco cheese, and it really crumbles quite nicely with just a spoon. So all I'm gonna do is add a little bit of this. I'm only putting it in mine and Stefan's soup because the kids will probably complain about it. If they like it, they can add it themselves. So yeah, just sprinkling some of that. All right, and then also if you had cilantro, you could add the cilantro, but that's optional. And since we don't have it, I'm not gonna worry about it. But that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed this recipe. Give me a thumbs up if you like this video, and subscribe so you don't miss anything that we post in the future. Thanks for watching. Bye. I wanted to put an update. It tastes amazing. Definitely. Amazing. Danica loves it too. Ryder, what do you think?
I haven't tried it yet.
Aspen? Good. Orion? Babe? So there you go. Everybody approves, and I recommend trying it out.
Mommy.
Hi. All right. Thanks so much for watching.